So today we will be looking into database connections, and today we will try to create a modularized API.
Yes.
Okay. And then we will try to authenticate. Okay, so let's start. Let me share the screen. Okay, so we will be using ORM for MySQL. Okay, so let us see how to use this. So first we need to install it. So let us install. Okay, so let us say we have MySQL in our dependencies, so it's there. Okay, so it is installed. Okay, let us go further in the documentation. Okay, now what we need to do, we need to create an instance of MySQL, make use of create connection method of MySQL library. Okay, what does it accept? It accepts parameters as object. Right, and it requires host, user, password, and database. It requires it has more optional parameters as well. Okay, so what I want you guys to do is just to explore that. Let me paste that in our chat. Okay. So let us look into, yeah. So basically, passing all the database details, we create a connection, and then we need to explicitly connect to database. Okay, and followed by that, we can query database using query method, and then we can. So basically, as you can see, it has first parameter as a query. Second parameter is a callback function, where you will receive the result of query, whether it is failed or fast or error. Okay, so straightforward and simple enough, right? And like one should always, remember to end the connection. Okay, otherwise, what will happen? With every request, there will be multiple open connections. And so with multiple open connections, table will get locked. Okay, and none of the query will ever respond. Okay. Yes. So either there are two approaches. Either create a connection freshly, do your database job and close it, or create a connection globally, do database job for every request, and when and keep it open on this single connection. Okay. And when our application server closes or terminates, then only end it. But this the second way which I told you. So this way I don't find like a good practice. Why? Because like on a single connection, let's say there are thousands of users hitting on our server. Correct? SQL server will be serving one request at a time. Okay. Correct. So it might happen that all other requests will get queued. Or for like when one transaction happens, it locks the table. Okay. So let's say that transaction is doing some select operation on a very huge data set, let's say 1 million. And if we want to fetch entire data set, so that will, of course, will need more response time. Correct? Because it is like even for SQL, it needed time to fetch all the like millions of record, right? Yes. So meanwhile, if one process is blocking entire table for, let's say, more than a minute, then what will happen at our API side? Connection timeout will happen.
Yes.
Okay. So some of the user might get the result, but some of the user will get error. So that is something we don't want our customer to experience, right? So let us try making use of this code. Okay.
Yes.
Admit. Hello, Ankit. Oh, I thought Ankit. Okay, no issues. Okay. So what we'll do, as decided in last session, we will first create our, architecture.
Okay.
So the first thing that is required is route, right?
Yes.
Let us keep for ease of use, let us keep route as a common file. Okay.
Okay.
Every request will go through this route file only.
Yes.
Okay. So we have route. Then we will create new
Control.
directory for controllers, where we will be doing our
Business logic.
no, not business logic. You forgot, right? We will be doing all the validations and response object formations.
Create form.
Correct. Then after doing validation, we will pass the request to our service directory. What service directory will do? Yeah, services will. Yeah, services in services we will be writing business logic. Okay. Then we will be needing to access database. We will be needing some architecture, right? So for database connection, we will be defining models. Okay. Okay. So let's start with our models. Okay, with database connections. Okay. Okay. So inside models, first thing we'll do is creating a connection. Let us remove this. Okay. And let us wrap this thing in a function. Okay. So that it will be reusable. So we can simply say that function create connection, right? And what create connection will accept? Create connection will accept our all the details required for our object. Okay. So let us do that. So let's call that connection object. Okay. So we'll be doing like this dot host. And dot user, and similarly for password and database as well. Okay. So let's wrap this thing inside. Okay. Now this looks good. We will again wrap this thing inside a function. Let's call it close connection. What close connection will do? Close connection will accept database object, and it will simply close that. Okay, so along with connection, we will be needing this connection object connection instance to perform our database queries, our CRUD operations. Right. So let's expose the connection object as well. Okay. Okay. Along with that, okay. So let us define few queries over here. Okay. So in CRUD operations, what does CRUD stand for? Okay, so C stands for create, U stands for update, R stands for read, D stands for delete. Right? So basically, most common queries are create query. So there is nothing, different in each create query. So if you have a look at MySQL create query, so syntax for that is always same. It will be like create, correct. Create table name, column, create table name, column, and values. Correct. So basically, what we will be doing, we will provide a wrapper function, okay, to ourselves, so that it will be easier for us to call them. Okay, so let's do that. So let's first create wrapper functions for create, then update, delete, and select functions. Okay, so what we can do, so basically what we will be doing, we will be passing all these things, so we will be passing only query to our function, and rest of the thing will be handled in our modules in same file itself. Okay. So if that is the case, okay, if we are planning to handle everything here itself, and we don't want to expose our connection object outside the file, then I guess it doesn't make sense to wrap this thing inside a function. Correct? So instead of that, if we put it global, but scope to this object, scope to this particular file, then we can always reuse this connection object, right? So let's do like that. Okay. Okay. So what close connection will be doing? Since now it is our global object, we don't need this input parameter, right? This function can make use of the outer lexical scope of its main module. Closures, right? Yeah. Hi, Ankit. Good morning. Okay, Ankit. So, Ankit, don't worry. You didn't miss much. Yeah, correct. So basically, till now, we went through MySQL library. Okay. Then when we explored how we can import the library, how we can create connection, okay, connect to database, how we can query, and how we can end the connection, and what are the good practices. And now we are trying to implement that.
So here we have used required to get the access of MySQL models, right?
Yes.
So but in a case of ICMA 6, right? So in that case, we can directly import a MySQL.
Yeah, correct. So basically, the thing is, ECMA 6, ES6 has become a new norm in Node.js latest version, 16 and greater. But the thing is, still it has not become by default. Okay, it might happen in Node 18. They will make ECMA 6 as a by default, like in React. Okay, so but if you want to make use of ECMA script import, then we need to specify that thing in our package.json.
Yes.
Okay. So basically, we will be running ECMAScript engine. So then in package.json, we need to mention engine keyword and add and import the ECMA 6. So, but I hope whenever Node will do that, we'll also do that along with.
Yeah.
But if you find import and all convenient because of your front-end experience, you can always do that.
Yeah, actually.
But then you need to make sure that whenever you refer the code from all these libraries, you need to make sure that you should replace require with import. So it will be like this statement will change to import
MySQL.
Import MySQL as
From
MySQL from MySQL, like that. Okay. Okay. So moving forward. So since Anand, we decided not to put wrap that in a function. So I guess this is also not required, right? We can simply make use of direct values. Okay, so let's do that. So what we will be doing, we will be making use of these values from an environment file. Okay.
So okay.
Okay. Okay, let's do that. So before doing anything else, let's see whether our PP connection works or not. Okay. So our user was password was change me at the rate 111. And database, we don't have any database, right?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's log into our user. Okay. Let's see what all database are already present. So how do we do that? We have a command called show databases. Okay. So let's try create. Okay. I hope you are comfortable with MySQL, like
Yes, yes,
basic
yes.
knowledge, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Here the-
Okay. So what is the command for creating table? So create table, then follow the table name, right? So our, oh no, we need to create DB first.
database.
Create database movie DB. Let's keep everything small. Okay.
Yeah.
Database is created. Let's see. Yeah, it is there. So now we need to make use of movie DB. So how do we select? Make use of use command. Use movie DB. Okay. Now we are on movie DB. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So before creating table, let's check out in MySQL. If they are providing schemas as well.
Yes.
Okay, so if they are providing schemas, so basically some other ORMs like SQLs provide schema, and there we don't need to create tables manually.
I think they didn't provide anything.
No, right?
Yeah. Manually.
Okay, okay, no issues. Then it looks like we ourselves have to create table as well. Okay, so let us work on our movie database. Okay. So in our movie database, what we are trying to do, basically we will be, let's start with user. Okay. So we will be having user. Let's try this. Okay. Yeah. We will be having a user table. Okay. It will be responsible for login and all. Okay. Since we are having user table for login, we must have user profile as well. All that. So basically, user profile details we will fetch from register form, right?
Yes.
So let's make all those fields in user itself. Okay. So what all fields will be required? So first will be user ID, which is going to be unique, right? Unique. So we'll simply make it auto increment.
UUID.
Okay, or we can make use of UUID. Okay, let's make use of our third-party library UUID. Okay. So when we are using UUID, it is our responsibility to every time pass new ID. Okay.
Yes.
Then common things, right? First name, last name, mobile, email. For MovieDB, address is not required,
Yes.
right? So
City.
Sorry.
okay, city, country. Okay, I guess this much info is enough. Okay, we will put two more things. Okay,
Yes.
that is created at, which will notify us that this user was created at this particular time. Updated at. Okay. So if user does any profile updation, so we will know that last update user did like on this particular date.
Yes.
Okay. and
Deleted.
okay, is deleted. Okay, so what is the purpose of is deleted? So basically, usually what social media websites do, they don't delete your data. They simply disable your account, right? And there is, if you want to permanently delete everything, then we have to put email or do some different procedure, permanently delete. Right? Okay. So I guess this is fine for user. Then yeah. Then we will be having movie, right? So we'll make it simple and quick. Okay. So each movie will be having its ID.
Okay.
Correct. So let us try defining the relationship between user and movie. So I guess it is simple. One user can have many movies. But do we really need a relation in this scenario? Are we saving some movies or preferences against user? So I guess in our simple app we are not doing that. So this relation is not required. So basically what we are going to do, we are user, like we will be providing movies and user can able to surf through it. Okay? So that much will be enough, right? Okay, so there will be movie and entire metadata of movies, right? So let us check. So we are going to make use of OMDB API. Okay, so let us check what all parameters OMDB supports. Okay. So any movie. Okay. Yes. So let us see what all parameters OMDB supports.
Yes.
Yeah, JSON format, right? Okay. So it has title, year, release date, runtime, genre, all these things, plot. Okay. So we will be creating all these fields.
Okay.
Okay. So what I'll do. So let's call all this fields as metadata. Okay. So fair enough, right? Straightforward.
Yes.
So let's start with using user table.
Yes.
Okay. Let's form a query for that. Okay. So what is that? Create table user columns minus, right? Spelling is correct, right? So first will be ID, that will be int, and that will be unique primary key. Correct? So let us list down on these things. We cannot edit this. Okay, no issues. So followed by first name. That will be string, right? So let us assume character 50. Last name. Character 50. Followed by mobile, email, city, country. Okay. So mobile. So should we put mobile as integer or varchar only?
Varchar.
Yeah, correct. Country code will be there, right? Varchar. Let us put next 20. Okay, mobile, email. Okay, email, let us test 50. I have 50 is enough for email.
Yes.
Then mobile, email, city, country. Okay, city. Where again 50 should be enough. Country. Then we will be having updated at, created at, and is delete, right? So let's go with is delete. Is delete, that should be Boolean. Then we have created at. Created at will be timestamp, right?
Yes, right.
Let us check. MySQL date. Yes. Oh, it's date only. Okay.
But date doesn't store timestamp, right?
So the difference is basically date we need to explicitly store when it creates. And for update, I was planning for timestamp. Why? Because there we can give a default value as now. So whenever update will happen, we don't need to specifically pass update time. So there it will simply.
Take latest.
Yeah, correct. Okay, so let me show you. It's like this. MySQL. Timestamp. Okay, default value now. See, like this. Okay, so you can make use of that thing using date time as well. Okay, let's make use of this. What it does, it is saying that make use of timestamp, and what will be the default value? Default value will be current timestamp on update current timestamp. Okay.
Yes.
So basically, it is telling that whenever we will fire update, then automatically it will get updated. But currently, let's don't do like that. Let's go with current timestamp. Any query you fire, select query you fire, current timestamp, update timestamp will get updated. Okay. Create at created at and updated. Okay. What happened? Okay, so we are not limiting it to only update query, but for every query. Okay. So what this will do for every select query on our table, it will update the current timestamp. Okay. These are the columns.
ID auto incremented ID.
No, we just decided, right? We are going to make use of UUID.
Achha.
UID is like 16 to 32 days. String plus.
Mhm.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So let's make it readable. Created at. Okay. So after columns, what is next? Values to that column, right?
Yeah.
Values. So let us put a default value. So our default ID will be 1. Okay. Followed by default first name. Let us keep it root. It will be our super user. Last name we will keep empty. Mobile. Let's make empty. Email. No need because it's a root user. City. Let's go with Pune. Country India. Okay. After that, do we need city? Yeah, city, country
Delete.
is delete. So we'll be passing false. Create date. New date, right?
Hmm.
Okay, and update. It should update to the latest timestamp. Let us check that as well. MySQL. New date.
Parent.
Oh, it has parentheses. Oh, not selected. No, no, not like this. Okay, we'll make use of this then. Okay. So let's try out. I hope we don't have any syntax errors.
Semicolon.
Oh, we have, right? What is the error? What we are missing? Oh,
Create table. Table name. User.
is it column or columns?
Column.
No need.
Let's see.
Just need create table name.
That's it.
Use.
Okay.
any values insert into table name then value.
Yeah, right. This is insert into command, right? I guess we mixed two commands. My bad.
No, directly summary.
So I guess. Sorry again. Use yeah, so only thing needed is this much.
Yes.
Sorry about that. Perfect.
Insert.
Now we'll do insert into from our query itself. Show
Yes.
show tables, right? Okay, so now we have a user table, and now we are ready to go. Okay. Okay, I'll post this query. Requested. Not here. Node.js, Node.js. Let's close all these tabs. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so first thing we will do is make wrapper function. So first thing should be MongoDB. Correct? This connect, I guess, accepts a callback function as well, right?
Yes.
Okay. Let us just simply console log here to user that correction succeed. Database connected. Okay.
Yes.
So let us try to do connection first. Then we will go with the wrapper functions.
Yeah.
So what we'll simply do, we'll simply import that file. With that db require models, right? And what we'll do, so before anything else, it should do database connection, right? So how we were doing that? We were making use of middlewares, right?
Yes.
So simply here as well, we will make use of that only. Okay. So as soon as we do this, control will come over here and it will do a database connection, right? So let's try running this program. Some error, right? Okay. Like this, correct? Yeah. So what is the issue? Database connected, right? But then why it failed?
There is no next.
No, that is not the issue. Okay, so what does it say? Use required a next middleware function. So then let us do that in our event index. So let us wrap everything inside a function. Okay. You guys are aware of immediately invoke function, right? You okay. I okay. Okay, so immediately invoke function is concept in JavaScript. Okay, where that function blocks makes that function execution immediately without calling it. Okay, actually we do call it. Okay, so if I show you guys immediately invoke function in JavaScript, correct? Okay, so syntax for that is simply see. This is the syntax for that. Okay, whatever goes inside this code that runs immediately. So what we are simply doing, we are creating a function, okay, and immediately calling it. Okay. So let's do that over here. Let's put everything inside this function. Okay, and so once database connection is done, we'll be calling next. So let's try again. Where is that? Okay, no issues. Then what we'll be doing, we'll be just calling this function, nothing else. function DB model, right? Okay, one thing we missed, that is to export this function. Okay, whenever we want to make use of any function from another file, so we need to import it, but along with that, we need to export as well.
Module.export.
Yeah, module.export, or simply here also we can mention. So module.export, and here we simply mention DB model, right? Yeah, so this was the missing link. I guess this much is fine, right? Yeah. Now it is fine. Again, same thing. Let me try consoling it. Okay, it is not returning anything. That was the issue. So what we'll do, we will simply try to create a custom middleware and try to do, but we don't want to do that at every request, right?
Yes.
So let us figure out. Okay, so unfortunately, I am having a call now. So what we'll do, we will continue this session in the evening. Okay? So let us stop this now.
Yes.